Hello, this is Trudy Ray, and this is my daughter,
Malloree.
I wanted to talk to you guys today about a few things, and this is going to be one session of many, a series per se of fitness and fun and health in general, but also on the lighter side about how my life has come about being what it is today. Not that it's so fabulous, but it is a huge transition. And for those of you that may be wondering how to get started or just what the steps were that we took to get here, I wanted my daughter to kind of help kind of fuel the fire on that, because she's been here for a lot of the beginning of the decisions, and my son has been, kind of a nucleus as well in the decisions that I've made to decide not to die at an early age, and that's pretty much the reason why things happened the way they did. Anyway, Malloree, tell the people in Facebook land a little bit about you.
Oh my, I'm not good at that. Like what?
This is my daughter, Malloree. She's the eldest of two. She's 26. I have two grandchildren from her, Jocelyn and Natalie.
I'm not good at this.
And I just want you to tell people the state I was in before I got, to thinking that I needed to get better and things like that. I mean, to be honest with people out there, because people want honesty and they want to know where they may be right now.
So thinking back, I never really saw very much of what you did, but I did see and experience a lot of the health problems, like really close to some asthma problems, breathing problems, walking, the extra weight, and thyroid problems, and just a number of things. I can't even list all of them. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, so I was taking thyroid medicine. I had polyps in my colon, and I don't know if you guys had tuned in to the 98.7 KISS FM review, but those polyps were bigger than my colon. It caused me to have issues with processing my food, using the restroom, things like that, in order to be able to correctly eat. Your body has to process. It must process. So having trouble in that area, it really can put a damper on, how you're feeling. So with things building up and raising two kids and being a single mom, I really didn't have much of a choice. But when you're told you have precancerous polyps, you have to make a decision. And my daughter was young, but my son was even younger, so I had to make a decision too.
I was like 19, going on 20 when the polyps came about.
Right.
I remember calling you when I was working at Academy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I just got out of the doctor's office.
Sure did.
Right. So, and that was kind of, I had trouble anyway, and that came strictly and straight from a lifestyle that I chose to have, because I had to raise my kids. So I had to live this lifestyle. None of this was created from genetics. None of my family had issues like that. So I know from what I've eaten up until this point, and the way my lifestyle was going, and I never took care of myself. I took care of my kids. I love my kids. They were my decision and my choice. So I wanted to make sure that I took care of them first. So with that said, I want to ask you, when I would come home, like from work, and I want you to be honest, because I know I know how I was, but I want you to be honest with people. When I come home from work, what type of person was I?
Just, like any other stressed out person, tired, ill, really just tired, ill, stressed out, just like you.
Yeah. Well, and I was sick, so being tired and ill caused me to take that out on my children.
Not really. You didn't really take it out on us, per se.
But when I got mad, boy, y'all knew it.
Yeah, that was... A lot of it went to Steven.
My ex-husband. Anyway. Yeah, you're probably right there. But that was one of the stresses also.
Yeah,
the stress.
He was a big stress factor. Like, the main stress factor that caused a lot of the issues.
Yeah, probably.
So.
But even since then, I know because I've been divorced for over 15 years. And that being said, I didn't, things happen the way they do. Life happens. But in that situation, in the marriage, it was stressful, and it caused me to be an awful person, a person I didn't care to be, and a person that I didn't want to be. I was very upset with myself, and very upset with really the way I chose to treat my children and the rest of my family, because now I am not that person. And now that my children are grown, they see a different person in me altogether, because I am calm. I don't talk to them harshly. I don't have to get mad at them, but I was always mad at myself. So in getting the news, from the doctor and getting these issues that kept piling up and getting worse, and I didn't know what to do. It was like one beget the other. It was a very vicious cycle. So in that cycle, I had to really break down and fall out on the floor and give it to God. So this has been more of a spiritual journey for me than a physical journey, than a mental journey. It's been an emotional and spiritual journey, and it's been a warfare. I would dare to say that losing weight and becoming healthy and having a great lifestyle is warfare, especially for women. I can't speak for the men, and I hope that Jeff, hi Jeff, I hope that you ring in on some of this. The body, the carnal body and the spiritual body, they're at warfare for women, and I hope you would agree. Hi Catherine, how are you? Hope everything is good. You guys look great tonight.
Like you can see through the computer.
They always look great. If they're on, they're looking great. But the warfare of it was that my body didn't want to submit to the things I knew I had to do. And so during the time my daughter, she got married, life happened with her, and she had my grandbaby. And my son, he actually took the brunt end of the changes that I went through. And the next time we have a series, I would like to bring him in and him to talk more.
Good luck. He's like me. He's not very...
I'm trying to get better, guys. I'm trying to get better, but
we're kind of camera shy. We would not be... I'm a good actress when it comes to work, but in front of a camera, I'm not at all.
Hi, Kristen. You're beautiful, babe. I love you. But I'm talking tonight about the evolution of a healthy lifestyle. And Catherine, it's wonderful. That spirit is in every class. In every class that I teach, I hope I bring an evolving, accepting, non-judgmental spirit, because I want people to feel like they can be themselves, that they can grow themselves, that they can share, and that it's really very much a ministry and a community. So I don't want anyone to feel like they're being judged or they're being treated in any way that's unfair in classes. And if that ever happens to anybody, I want that brought to my attention, because everybody that walks into my class, I really and truly want you to feel the love that we have, and not just, for different ones. It is a genuine love across the board. It's nothing like I can produce. It's only God. I pray and I walk on all of the ground that the people dance on. I cover the floor before we start classes. I just pray about our classes, because this is where I've come from, a pool of prayer from the beginning of this lifestyle, starting out on the floor in my den. On the floor, I took everything I had and laid it down. I submitted it to God. I had to. There's no other way to do this, because we can't do it by ourselves. When we fight with our mind and we fight with our flesh, this is the battle. This is the battle we go through every day. It's not an easy battle. We can ignore it sometimes, and it'll be in the back of our mind, and we go to work, and we take the kids where they need to go, and we have everyday life. But these battles are constantly with us. These battles are constantly there. So at some point, we have to face ourselves again. And we have to say, we got to start over. We got to start where we have to start. And I really feel in my heart that is laying it down to say, I can't do this by myself. And I don't know what you believe in, and I don't even really care what you believe in. I just want you to believe in something, something that gives you more power, higher power to grab the energies around us, to be in a positive state of mind. Hey, Adam, good to hear from you. You guys are awesome. I also want to go over, and I would love for you to send me some questions, because next time I want to go over going into a chapter of life of prayer and fasting, just prayer and fasting. I took a whole year of doing that, and I think to get knowledge of oneself, to have self-awareness, I think that is step one. And we'll get to the food, we'll get to the exercise. But for now, what must be done before you even make those decisions is we've got to get right up here. The mind has got to be right to set forth the precedence of everything else to follow. My mind had to get right before I could be an example to my family, before I could be an example to my daughter, my granddaughters, my son. I can't be anything to anybody until I take care of myself. So our next episode, I would love to go over whatever questions you may have. Please, you can message me here on Facebook. I would love to hear from you. Do a private message or a group message. It doesn't matter. Or you can attach it to this live stream. But again, I want to hear from you, and I want to hear real problems. I want to challenge me. Please challenge me. Use me as whatever leverage that you need in your journey, because I want to be used for the knowledge that I've went through years and years and years to attain, just to get to this point. I'm not perfect, and I don't want to portray that I'm something perfect. God knows I'm not. I have scars, and I've got skin, and I've got issues. But I'm so much better than I was, and God brought me this way, and He'll bring you that way. He'll take you where you'll let Him. And He's only going to stop when you make Him stop. You've got to let God do His will. He is a proactive God, and we have to be sure that we're doing our part and doing that proactive movement, that movement forward, the forward energies, falling forward. If you're going to fall forward. That way you get back up, you've gone a little bit forward, and you start over again. But again, I'm going to let this segment go, but have me some questions for me. Hi, Vanessa. It's good to hear from you. Hi, Tara. Good to see you joined in. Next week, and I think we're going to do these on Sunday. Next Sunday, I want to go over, pick up from where I started a whole year of prayer and fasting. I'd like to have your ideas on fasting for that segment. Okay? This is Trudy.
Y'all know me. Come on now.
This is my daughter, Malloree, and I hope to have my grandbabies on next time, okay? Hi, Carol. Good to see you. Good to know you're joined in. Again, watch this again. Have me some questions for next week. And until then, you guys have a great week and be blessed, okay? I love you. This is Trudy. I'll talk to you later.